Hello and welcome to another Farmer Plays Lord of the Rings Online. Today it's Book 10, Chapter 1, The Champion of Angmar. There can be no greater insult than this edit, for Angmar's foul regents walk the stones of that Elendil walked of old is an outrage for which there can be no forgiveness. Amarthiel's minions may hold Annúminas for now, but the Dunedain will not rest until she and all her servants are swept from its courtyards, and the very flagstones wiped clean of their taint. While you were away, a visitor came to Tinundir. His name is Laerdan, and he is an elf of great reputation. My friend Golondir spoke very highly of him in our youth, though I had not met him before now. He has been given the use of the mustering room in the keep here on Tinundir, and says he has information about Amarthiel that will be of use to us. He asked for you personally, Edith. Hear what he has to say. I pray you will return to me with some secret lore of the elves that may aid us in this battle. Turn right as you enter the keep, and you will find Laerdan's room atop the stairs. While we're at it, maybe get the Dog Master.
Greetings.
We can actually, technically go to Buckland and some stuff. Very cool.
Might you spare a moment of your time? Megovanen.
It is good to see you again, Edith, but we seem cursed to meet always in sadness. The happier days of which I spoke in our last meeting, alas, has not yet arrived, and the days seem to grow darker still. Amarthiel has revealed herself and sits now in judgment within the ruins of Annúminas. Her armies fight within the streets and beneath the shadows of the tower against the Dunedain. This much you know. But there is more about Angmar's new region than is known to Kalinglad and the Rangers. I have written down much of the story in this letter. Read the tale and bring it to Kalinglad, so he may decide what can be done. You must do this with utmost speed, Edith. More than the city of the Dunedain rests upon our answer to Amarthiel's challenge. I want to read it first. Oh, it's a long one. Alright, fair enough. We can do this. Kalinglad. I have set this tale in writing so you will understand the dangers that await not just Evendim, but all of Middle-earth. If the Dunedain should fail to stop Amarthiel's ambitions in Annúminas, the situation now seems grim. But it is with heavy heart that I must tell you these dark days are nothing compared to the fate that awaits us, should Amarthiel succeed in the errand she pursues. Have you heard the whispers of the champion of Angmar? Such was the title of Amarthiel bore at the height of her master's power, and before her the good people of the north quailed. The armies of the Witch King marched behind her on Fornost, and Fornost fell. Much of her strength came from a ring, Narquil, one of the lesser rings, as such things are counted, but it still possessed a great power for evil. With Narquil upon her finger, all who beheld Amarthiel lost any desire to stand against her. Some tried in vain to flee, while others set down their weapons. Bewitched by her terrible beauty, all fell beneath her vicious blades, for Narquil raised in the champion of Angmar a terrible bloodlust. There would be no mercy for the fallen. Yet hope was borne upon the winds. The coming of Earnur south of the south, and of Glorfindel from the east signaled a change in our fortunes. Fornost was retaken. Something happened to Amarthiel during the Battle of Fornost. something her master never expected. The champion of Angmar was defeated. History does not record the name of the elf who laid her low, beyond the guess that he was of Lindon. But Amarthiel fell before this elf knives, and her ring was lost. Narquil and Amarthiel vanquished from all knowledge. The Witch King fled, his forces routed. But now Amarthiel has returned from out the darkness, and worse, she has obtained the Palantir, one of the seeing stones of old. There can be no question. She will use this to learn the location of Narquil, the ring she lost so long ago. Perhaps she has already done so. That must be the focus of your attack, Kalinglad. The Palantir must be taken from her. Amarthiel is a dangerous foe of herself, but if she reclaims Narquil and strides at the head of her armies, the threat she poses will be magnified 100-fold. This must not be allowed to happen. That the city has fallen to her is tragic, but the Palantir must be recovered at any cost, even should it mean the Dunedain lose Annúminas forever. I will ask my good friend to deliver this letter to you, but that is sadly all I can do. My part in this tale has been overlong already, and I weep for it. Interesting.
What can I do for you?
Laerdan has written his thoughts down in a letter. Very well, let's see it. Laerdan would ask me to abandon the city to Amarthiel if it meant reclaiming the Palantir from her. He does not know what he's saying. Golandir always spoke well of this elf, but now I must question his judgment. I will not leave Annúminas in the hands of the enemy. I will save both the city and the stone at it, or we will save neither. That is my decision.
Greetings.
Forgive my anger at it. It was not seemly. There is wisdom in Laerdan's words, but you must see the danger of leaving Annúminas to the Angmarim. If we do not stop Amarthiel's ambitions here, besides Lake Nenunial, she will fortify the old city. Where then will you think her armies will go? Think of the Shire, a short march to the south, or of Thesselbridge to the east, already beset by orcs out of Angmar. We must turn the tide of battle in our favor at it. Before we try to reclaim the Palantir, if we keep Amarthiel's attention focused on the battles within the city, she will be forced to meet our challenges. She will have less time to use the Seeing Stone to find Narquil. My heart tells me this is right, Edit. If you stand with us, speak with Roseloth in Annúminas. She will tell you how fares the battle. Pass through Minathrank in front of the city, and you will come to the courtyard of Gwaelband. Roseloth will tell you what you can do to help in this fight. Oh, I was on horseback. Can I take the boat? It is possible to take the boat.
What can I do for you?
It is. Oh, yes. Cool. Sweet. So we're that much closer because you have to go up and over. So that's cool. The boats are useful in this area, people. I highly recommend them. It's a really cool system, which is and it's real sad that you're not able to use it more in the Lord of the Rings map, because there aren't that many places. There is essentially this river system that you can use. There is this river, but it's not really that big until you come down here. Like, it's, you know, there is the Anduin, sure, but the Anduin, you can go into Rovanian. Maybe you can use it up here, I don't know. And maybe in the Lake Town and Dale and stuff. But there is essentially nothing down here. Technically. You know, there is stuff. Cool story and all this, but technically not.
Greetings to you.
Hail, Edit. As you can see, the battle goes well. We have managed to secure Gwaelban from the forces of the enemy. The battle was fierce, but we were joined by a number of adventurers, and victory was ours. You want to speak with Fainleg. He is coordinating our defenses from Ekkad Garthadir, a position we have thus managed to hold. You will find it southwest of here, in a higher level of the city. You are fortunate that we have taken Gwaelban now, that the gate is under our control. You can gain access to the higher levels much more simply. You will need to climb the short hill to the southwest, pass through the gate, and work your way south and west until you reach Ekkad Garthadir. Otherwise, you will have quite a journey ahead of you, a long swim west to Gaeranon, and then climb through the city. Okay, up here, essentially. So, I can go up and through the gates. Otherwise, I'd need to go the long way around. Probably. I am not totally familiar with how this city works. Like, there are battles every now and then, and a whole bunch of things, but... here we are. Some Dunedain. The first thing I want to do is get their stable master.
Greetings.
Why don't I have Tinundir?
Greetings.
I need friends standing with the wardens of Annúminas.
What do you need?
Welcome to Ekkad Garthadir, Edit. I am sorry that you must see Annúminas thus taken by Angmar, corrupted by Amarthiel. We will all do our part to drive them out. Listen now, for there is much to do and little time in which to do it.
Would you do something for me?
Okay. We have had both gains and losses in the past few days, Edit, but we can hold out forever. We are stretched, but we cannot hold out forever. We are stretched too thin, and Amarthiel simply has too great a force. Every position we lose brings us one step closer to utter defeat. We have need of your strength, Edit, and the strength of your allies. 2 of my rangers have repelled attacks on vital positions, and I worry that their strength may be faltering. Gvonil has fought to drive the Angmarim from the port of Annúminas, north of here, upon the water. I fear that she cannot withstand another assault. So too is the situation of Tork Kirion, currently on guard at Adanon, a small gate west of the docks that provide access to the western shore of Nenuyal. Hurry now to Gvonil and to Tork Kirion and learn how stand their defenses. While you seek them out, I would ask you to defeat any of the bow-wielding Angmarim archers you see within the city. These ranged attackers are extremely dangerous, and several of my brothers have fallen to arrows let fly from hiding. Okay.
Stay a moment.
Okay. So we go down here. Both are kind of down here to the dock system. The road does not lead down here, does it? No, not really. Oh, there's a way from over there. I'm going to cheat a little bit. Somehow. Because cheating means I don't want to break my legs. Yeah. That went splendidly. You're a bowman. Yep. last one of the bowmen. And I want to go further in there. This thing. This thing.
What do you need?
The gate of Athenon is still defended at it, but I thank you for coming to see me. It has been a long time since the last assault on the gate, and this is good to break up the boredom with a new face. The city will not long be in Angmarim hands, if you ask me. Alright, but they are all behind you. And how do I get to the docks? Swimming? Looks like swimming. Alright.
Greetings.
Faina Lake worries too much. I have everything in hand here. Despite the repeated Angmarim attacks on my position, I have not yet faced a force that was too great for me to handle. You expect something different? I said nothing. Faina Lake was the one who suggested. And I don't know where it's best to go to land. Maybe there. Probably there. Reach very far, do you? You have my thanks, Erid, and those of Goenil and Torkirion as well. I am sure, despite their insistence, that everything is under control. But now there is more work to be done. For the moment, our defense of Anuminos holds true. We need now to form a plan of attack.